It's New Year's Eve day, and welcome to The Marketing Life. And I'm Stan Houston, your Marketing Life coach. Last week we talked about how you can overcome your fears, the 5 great fears that sabotage our marketing life efforts. Well, the Bits on the Wire studio, from where this presentation comes from, is in Tucson, Arizona. And we are a cowboy country people. In fact, one of the great cowboy legends, John Wayne, the Duke, spent a lot of time right here in Tucson. So, the cowboy hat. But here's the key. John Wayne's most famous line was, "Courage is being scared to death and saddling up anyway." Well, the new year is before us. And there are a lot of things that might be scary about that year. But you know what? We're going to saddle up anyway. Welcome to The Marketing Life. And thank you. Thank you for putting up with my little foolishness with the hat. But I think it looked kind of good. Once again, this is the Marketing Life Coach, the Marketing Life. We're here to help you market yourself, build your business, grow as a person so that you can truly achieve true success in your life, in your work, and in your business. That's what we want to do. And this program is being put together on the 31st of December, New Year's Eve. And you can watch it throughout the weekend and perhaps through the first week of the new year. And our topic today is, how do we maximize our success for the year ahead? We're going to try and help you figure out just what you need to do to make that happen for you and for your business and for those who are near and dear to you. Now, particularly, I want to thank people. And thanking people is one of the best ways to maximize your success. Be thankful. Be grateful. And so, I'm thankful and grateful to my colleagues here in Tucson, Arizona at the Bits on the Wire studio who make this program possible. I'm also very thankful to Diane Powers of the National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors, who is beginning to promote this program. And for many of you, this is your first seeing the show. If you want to, you can go back and see our other shows on, first of all, First They Buy You. That's in the archives on the website. And then our program last week, our Christmas Eve program, Don't Be Afraid. The 5 fears that kind of sabotage our life and business success. And you can go back and watch that program too. And that's why we are moving ahead. John Wayne said, you know, you can be afraid, you can be scared to death, but you saddle up anyway. And we're going to try and look at the year ahead of us and how we can do some things that will maximize our success. So thank you for paying attention. Thank you for listening. And again, thank you to the good folks at NAFA who are helping sponsor this program, to the many members there. Thanks for joining us. Now, I wish I had the secret to maximizing your success. But you know, I'm not going to do that. First of all, say thank you. Be grateful. Secondly, always tell the truth. That's right. Right now, I receive on the internet 90 to 95 messages out of 100 that don't tell the truth. Now, can I make sure that you maximize your success? Could I say the 7 secrets to doubling your sales? Just recently, I heard an ad on a talk radio station. By golly, if you do what we tell you to do, we will double and triple your sales in the year ahead. We can't make promises like that. One guy said, hey, I can teach people how to sell anything and make money even in a down economy. I said, really? Because you know what? This is true. You cannot sell what people are not buying. So no matter how good you are at sales and marketing, there is no guarantee of any great success. I want to tell the truth to you. That's a good way to begin the new year. Always having the courage to face the truth. So, saddle up. Tell people you're thankful and grateful. Have the courage to face the truth and to realize that there are no guarantees in life. 2011, I hope, will be better than 2010 for many people, but it's still, as my good friend Jim Fernstall said on our program last week, it's still going to be bumpy. It's still going to be a rough ride in many ways. We're saddling up, and it may be a bit of a tough ride for many of us. But there are ways that we can begin to maximize our success. And so with your permission, I want to take a brief time this New Year's Eve day to talk about some things that may help you be more successful in marketing yourself and in building your business and in living a great and good life. First of all, many of you are very much aware of a principle that I use all the time, the number 3. That's right. Only 3% of the population know what they want in life, and they have goals and a plan to achieve them. Now, there's a whole story behind this, and we'll actually have an ongoing training video program called Be One of the 3. But let me briefly introduce to you the 3% idea and then 3 things that can help you. Years ago, a man named David McClellan tried to discover what it was that would predict success. Will being rich and good-looking and well-educated, full of health and beauty, will that help us achieve success? Well, all of those things help, but they were not significant. What he discovered is success belongs to those people who know what they want out of life. You know, all the time I'm discovering as I help people is they simply cannot ask the question, and they can't answer the question, what do I want? What do I really want out of life? 3% are focused with plans and purposes and the energy and the direction to really go after what they want because they know what it is. 10% have an idea of what they want, and they're quite successful in that they pursue it. It's a bit fuzzy in the detail, but they have a good idea of where they want their life and their career and their business to go. 60% hopes, wants, and wishes, and 27% are clueless. Can I go through that again? 3% know who they are, what they want out of life, and they're working a goal-setting plan to achieve those things. Find out how to do that. 10% are thinking about it and have some clarity, but a little bit fuzzy. 60% are full of hopes, wants, and wishes, and 27% are somewhat clueless, just dealing with the day. Now, where are you? And so what I like to do, as I'm doing right now on this New Year's Eve day and throughout the New Year weekend, is I'm going through my list. I'm going to try and find out what it is I really want to achieve next year in my life and business. Now, I have a little tool to do that, and I'd be glad to share it with you if you want to email me at stan@marketinglifecoach.com, stan@marketinglifecoach.com. I have a very simple little form, and I can't show you all the details, but it's on one page, and it's simply called the wish list. This is the way to begin to be successful in life and marketing. What do you want? Now, please keep in mind the same thing is true in sales and marketing. We oftentimes say we're going to try and sell what people need. People don't necessarily buy what they need. They buy what they want. And helping people get what they want is vital to life, marketing, and business success. So you have to model that. Be a person who really knows what they want, and they're working a life plan to get that and achieve that. People can sense it. They see your energy. They see your determination. They see that in spite of fears, you take risks and you saddle up anyway. Start to ask yourself, can I start to live that kind of life? Can I be a 3%er in 2011? So start to make up a list. And here's what the list says. Everything I have ever wanted to have. Having stuff is good if it's the right stuff. To do. What do you want to do next year? What do you want to become next year? And most importantly, who do you want to serve next year? And I go through that again. Repetition is not repetition. Repetition is a way to really drive home the point for us all. What do you want to have? What do you want to do? What do you want to become? And who do you want to help? And then what I do is I have what I call my little red folder. Now, please keep in mind, these little devices are things that successful people do. And what I do is I take my top goals, my top wish list, and my top goal. And my top goal is always the one that will help me achieve my other goals. And I put it in a little red folder, and I put it on my desk. I put it on my bookshelf. I put it on my credenza, and I can look at it every day. And so when I walk into my work, I always know, even when I don't look at it, there are my goals. They're there. They're the things. And every day I remind myself of what I want to have, what I want to do, what I want to become, and most importantly, how do I want to serve others? How do I want to help others? And I keep my little red folder, and you know, here I've got kind of a plastic pretty one, and here's just a regular ordinary manila folder, and then I take my list, and I scribble on it, I graffiti on it, and I put it in my folder, and it's a very simple way to keep your goals and your plans and your heart and your mind focused on the things you want. Then I'm going to ask you to be useful. Now, literally, this kind of fun book was written by my daughter, Megan Husted. And the book, as you can see, it's kind of a crazy title. It was written for young people, and it's an old-fashioned word, how to be useful. Now, the second thing I want you to think about is how can you be useful to other people next year? Right now, as we said last week, one of the fears that people have is they don't know what to say to people. I was talking to a rather successful gentleman the other day, and he said, Stan, you know what, my career's been up and down, but I'm still kind of stuck in telling people what I can really do for them. There I was at a major reception, a cocktail party, and someone knew a little bit about me, and they simply said to me, well, Jack, what is it you really do? And he said, Stan, I just simply didn't know what to say. I kind of mumble on and I kind of stumble on. He said, Stan, in this new year, please help me to be crystal clear with passion, power, energy, and intensity that I can truly tell people what I do. Now, I want you to work not only on your goals, but your value statement. I want you to think about it. For those of you who pray, I want you to pray about it. I want you to ask other people to help you with it. But what is it that you do that is truly useful? I don't particularly care what you do. I want to know what you can do for me that is useful for me. Now, please keep in mind, and again, the principle of 3. Okay, 3. Hey, people only buy if there are 3 things. They will only part with their money and write you a check or give you money if there's a way that they know that what you can do for them will. Here we go. First of all, it'll improve their life situation. Number two, it will make or save them money. And thirdly, it'll make them happy because they get what they want. Desire. That's what people want. Now, those are the only three things that people will really part with their money for. Now, how can you be useful to people? How can you bring value to people? Because there's a good chance that they can buy your product, your service, particularly those of you in the financial services and investments and insurance. They can buy it from anybody. They can buy it on the internet from nobody. Why should they buy it from you and perhaps even pay premium prices for it? I want you to be able to work on your value statement. Now, we can help you. That's part of what we do as the Marketing Life Coach. What can you do that is valuable and useful for other people? And walk into 2011 knowing that you are going to do that this year. And you're going to be able to say it with power and purpose and conviction this year. I'm also going to ask you to come up with, now, here's a very simple CD. Now, you can do this. What you will find out is years ago there was a guy who helped you make cassettes or CDs, and it cost hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars to do that. Now, with the technology, and we're going to teach you on our upcoming programs how to do that, you can actually create your own CDs in your own computer. Now, of course, you want to make sure that the information is compliant, that it fits in the category of always telling the truth. But please keep in mind, it's time to publish. It's time to put into the marketplace something, a CD, a video like this, a booklet, perhaps even a book that demonstrates wisdom and insight, something that brings value and use to others. Now, I'm going to challenge you on this. This is the year to do it. This will really maximize your success as you begin to realize, I have some unique wisdom and insight. As I oftentimes say, wits, wisdom, insight, truth with a smile. Wisdom, insight, truth with a smile. And it's on a brochure or a booklet that you write, perhaps even a small book that you write, something that you blog and put on your own website, something that you produce in an audio program. By the way, an audio program is oftentimes the best in helping people take action. And that's coming up sometime later in our programs when we teach you how to really become a broadcast marketer. But it's really important that people hear something, hear the story, hear the information, as opposed to just reading it. Again, as a good marketer, I'm trying to create a little bit of mystery and helping you want some other things. So there we go. Say thank you. Be grateful. Become one of the 3% who know what they want. Work on your value statement and your useful statement, and then set a goal to create some wisdom and insight and truth that you can pass out in some form to other people that gives you the confidence that you are worthy to be in front of them, that you can market and bring value to them, and that you can do well by them. Well, thank you. Now, we're going to take a quick break, and join me at the digital fireplace, and I'm going to give you the final suggestion for maximizing your success in 2011. And welcome back. Thanks for your time. And so I thought, since this is a New Year's Eve, that we would kind of sit by the fireplace. And here we are, sitting by the digital fireplace. The good people here at Bits on the Wire, creative, clever guys, found a way that we can bring a fireplace right into the studio. And when I saw that, I said, that's funny. That makes me smile. I perhaps hope that it makes you smile just a little bit. And that's a great marketing lesson. All good marketing catches people's attention and helps them to crack a smile, makes them smile. But sitting by the fireplace is also a serious time. Usually it's where I try and take some reflective time. And so this week I'll be taking some real serious time to sit by my own fireplace and ask some questions about what is it I want to achieve in my life? What are some of the good things I want to do? How can I begin to create some of the legacy projects? What are some of the things that I want to improve on? The people who want to work with thoughtful people are thoughtful people themselves. And thoughtfulness and reflection and thinking and being able to analyze what's going on in life and where you want to go and to be thoughtful and mindful of those things, that's a key part of living the marketing life. So I want you to take a time out and perhaps sit by the fire, take a notebook and think about some of the reflections that you have in life and how you want to live a life that is better and one that blesses others. Now, I mean that. And that may sound a little bit strange to you, and we're not talking particularly necessarily about religious talk, but one of my great coaches said this to me. He said, Stan, when a person meets you, you either bless them or curse them. I said, what? And I'm not so sure I fully have that figured out, but he simply said this: they're either better off because they came into contact with you, they're blessed, or they're not. And since that was a loss of time and energy and opportunity, it's a bit of a curse. Now, I don't know how you feel about that, but here's something I have discovered about life. If you want to have a good life, if you want to maximize your success, treat every person you meet in the year ahead of you as the most important person in the world. Think about that. Right now, treat every person you can as if they're the most important person in the world. Help them feel important. I'm going to challenge you as you take time to sit by the fireplace and figure out how you're going to do things differently to maximize life, success, and happiness in 2011, is that you will truly make a commitment, that you will treat every person you meet, you will treat them well, you will bless them, you will be of value to them. They will be better off because they met you, perhaps because they worked with you, and even because they did business with you. So may I challenge you as your marketing life coach, as you look at 2011, decide right now that you will be a blessing to others, and it will then go well for you. Thanks so much for joining me by the fireplace. I'm Stan Houston, your marketing life coach, wishing you all the best and blessings for the year ahead, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.